I wanted to give you a quick tour of this M1165 REV. The wide-body heavy-duty variant, and the REV tells you that it went through a midlife military upgrade program. So this thing has better electrical, better corrosion protection. It's more refined drivetrain. Basically, it left the Army in better shape than most of the fleet trucks. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through the whole thing today. I'll show you what makes these trucks so overbuilt compared to anything you can buy at a dealership, and why they're becoming one of the most interesting collector vehicles right now. So without further ado, let's get around this thing and go through piece by piece. So when you first come up to the truck, the first thing you see, which is different of earlier trucks, is what's called the snout. And the snout is this part right here that sticks out. And the reason this was done is to accommodate larger cooling radiators to accommodate the much heavier variant that is a REV truck. And as you can probably observe, this entire snout area is, in this particular truck, powder coated. The front grille is actually some type of plastic, and of course we have the winch plate below it. The lights are OEM brand new lights, and they're circled by a powder coated rim that we see over here. Up here is basically the direct access to the radiator below, and this grille right here, as well as the mesh behind it, is also powder coated. And then here we can observe what the military uses to lift those trucks actually by helicopter, and those are still present, of course, in this particular truck. As we move here, on the left here we have infrared light. It produces light infrared so that at night, with goggles, you can actually see in front of the truck as if it was in plain daylight, but the enemy cannot see you. This is a position and turn signal, as well as on the side right here, and instantly all of the lights have been upgraded to LED. As we move up, we have here a brand new automotive glass windshield made of two pieces. Of course, all of the metal circling it right here and around it is entirely powder coated. And up here we have a 360-degree spotlight, which is mounted on an original BFT antenna platform, which, as I've said before, like every other part on this truck, is also powder coated. The windshield wipers have actually been upgraded to a civilian version. I have to say that the military version is real crap. I wouldn't use it. I replace it on all the trucks. As we move to the side here, we have the latches for the hood. Those are actually quite simple to operate. They're made of a very large piece of rubber, and here we go. And just like that, everything is latched. Over here is one of the few aftermarket parts I have installed on this truck. This is an aftermarket mirror. It is 10 times better than the OEM that comes with these trucks, so I always replace that as well. It works incredibly well. It's convex, it's easy to see, and it doesn't blind as much at night, so it's really useful. Because of the very large and expanded tires that I've put on this truck, I have added here some molding, which ensures that not too much of the truck actually sticks out, so that the spray is kept to a minimum. And then I also have an aftermarket rock slider, which is made of heavy-duty steel, is 100% powder coated, and I have added to that a anti-slip material, because as you can tell on top here, we actually have a grab handle which is made for special forces so that they can actually ride on the side of the truck and hold on to this. Now, obviously, this is not the side that is used by special forces. This is an aftermarket one. The one that they use is actually quite a bit wider than this, but I figured for my purpose, this is actually perfect. As we move further, we have 4 OEM original X doors. They have been 100% refurbished, restored. Every part on here is actually powder coated, and in this case I actually used stainless steel, because stainless steel is not to be used on the rest of the truck. For corrosion issue, stainless steel does not do well when paired with aluminum, but here we have no aluminum. The hinges are steel and the doors are composite, so there's no issue in using stainless steel right here. So we have 4 of those guys with brand new glass, automotive glass, powder coated parts inside and out, and they look absolutely perfect. Over here we now have a Fording exhaust that is brand new. It's been completely powder coated, as you can tell, and it is mounted to the side of the truck right here, as well as, of course, below the truck right there. On the side here, we have the grille that protects the air conditioning units that are sitting under both fenders on either side. And then as we get to the back of the truck, we have a military antenna, as you can tell, that goes all the way there, mounted on an offset antenna mount to make sure that it doesn't hit the side rails. Now, to be sure, these antennas are for display only. They're not functional. To the back here, we also have a spotlight and a camera that are controlled from inside the cab. And down here, we have a reverse light which is connected to the stick, to the shifter. Below that we have the flaps. Sorry, sometimes I lose my words. And I've also installed, as you can see, aftermarket steps that are fully integrated with the flaps. And of course we also have a license plate mount with light that is connected to the lighting system of the truck. Now, I forgot to mention, and this is really important, these are copies of what exists on some of these trucks, and I actually make those and make them available on my website if someone likes these. They are, this is steel, and this part, as well as the part that's mounted to the cab, is aluminum, and of course everything is powder coated. Now, as we move, we have a full-size spare that is mounted on a brand new Rhino tire carrier. So this is the OEM function, and it is, as I mentioned, brand new, and it functions perfectly. On the other side, we have the other light and one more camera. And of course, matching antenna with the offset mount. And as we go around, we now have exactly the same thing on this side, the railing, the air conditioning unit, and then on this side we have a locking fuel door, also obviously powder coated. And more importantly, I forgot to mention, Ben, the entire roof is the original armored roof, and 100% of it is powder coated. It's a huge surface, but it's been powder coated, both the top side, which you see over here, but believe it or not, this is just the top of it. It actually, I think we can see it here, it actually has a first roof on top of which the armored roof goes. And both of them, including the plug, are powder coated. Now lastly, as you can see here, there is an opening with glass. This is something I created for this truck, and it is basically using the hardware of the initial plug that was there. I just cut it open, replaced it with glass, and as you will see inside, it's well made, it's sandwiched in a way that it won't go anywhere, and it's also fully sealed. So that's essentially the external part of this truck. Oh, I forgot to mention, on this side we also have a fording air stack. And it's important to mention that this truck, although it has the fording air stack and the fording exhaust, it is not equipped as a fording truck. To do that, you would have to equip it with a fording valve and all of the equipment that goes with that to make it actually work underwater. That's not something this truck is equipped to do, although it's prepared for it. So there you go, a quick tour. Happy to answer any questions. Feel free to reach out. You can reach out to me directly on this channel, or you can also see it on our website at bwrnh.com.